Welcome to Colts Beer, the podcast where football fever meets cold beer. Here we talk all things Indianapolis Colts, from epic touchdowns to close games to the hottest NFL rumors. Sit back, grab your favorite beverage, and let's tackle the next quarter together. Go Colts!
Hello everybody and welcome back to Colts Beer. It's the 10th episode. Week 6 is in the books. The Colts are 5-1. I'm Andreas, and my beer of the day, when I bought that, I thought about our American friends. Guys, that's a real Budweiser. It's a Czech lager. That's really tasty. Yours not. So today, Christoph isn't able to make it. For him, Ulrich is back here. You all should probably know him. Ulrich.
Yeah, thanks guys, I'm back. I think by now I don't have to introduce myself. I just introduced my beer now in honor of the just finished Oktoberfest where I was with my wife at the opening day. I brought some Augustiner with me today. So German beer for an Austrian guy today. Let's see how that goes.
Good to have you back on, Ulrich. Today's beer for me is called Tongham Tea. It's a traditional English ale with a satisfying finish, apparently. So much like Sunday, not necessarily the most satisfying game, but a satisfying finish nonetheless. So, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys. I was inspired by Sam and using a cup now.
Yeah, that's the good cup. When I went to Lucas Oil, I thought I was asking for that cup in the when I was getting a drink at halftime, but they gave me the Matt Ryan cup, which doesn't get too many out.
To be honest, when the game was finished, I walked through the rows and collecting cups. So I have 10 of them or something like that.
Do you have anything to declare at customs? Yeah, I've got cups.
Yeah, just cups. So yeah, Sunday. I mean, I am one of the guys who's like, I told you, it's going to be a tough game. And it was at the end. Honestly, I'd still love Jacoby Brissett. He was such a good backup for us, and he's such a cool guy. So when I heard he's playing against us, I was like, damn, I want him to have a good game, but he still can lose. And yeah, that's how it ended.
Yeah, I mean, I was almost more worried about it just because of the story of it. It just felt like, you know, he's coming back this one game, he's starting back at Lucas Oil. Yeah, it did give me more concern and I mean, Kyler Murray's obviously a better quarterback, but just more the thought of Jacoby being fired up for this one. Yeah, and I mean, the way the defense played, Jacoby might get himself a start somewhere else once Kyler Murray's back.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised how Jacoby played, but it seems like to be in the right order with the first start of backup quarterbacks. I don't know if you ever noticed this, like the first start of a backup quarterback is normally really good. The second one falls off, and I think, I mean, it would be interesting your opinion on this, because I think sometimes teams get a little bit unprepared for backups quarterback when they are like preparing for the starter and then it changes on Friday or something. So they're kind of caught off guard. It's a little bit weird, but I saw this a few times now with backups quarterbacks. So what do you think, guys?
Really is like that. I mean, they prepare themselves pretty much on point. So they really look into what is the quarterback doing, what is his action. Does he look to the left and pass to the right and stuff like that? No, they really get into these players. And if there's just short term, the different one, you can't prepare that good anymore in these few days. So yeah, that's absolutely a point. People know how Kyler Murray is playing and looking for him and know exactly what he's doing when he's scrambling to the left, when he's scrambling to the right, and all stuff like that. And then Jacoby Brissett comes in, who haven't really played the game in the last, I don't know, years, and make some different stuff, and that's pretty hard for a defense.
Yeah, because I mean, those two quarterbacks are so different. Like you couldn't prepare the same for Murray and Brissett. And then the flip side of it for the Cardinals is they had to go and use a different playbook as well. So there was nothing really on tape that you could say, oh well, offensively they'll still run this play, because they probably were running a virtually totally different playbook for a quarterback that, I mean, Jacoby, like Andreas said at the start, love him. He was a good Colt. He has his limits. He's never going to scramble like Kyler does. Obviously, he can get those hard yards. I mean, we saw it again Sunday with the anything 3rd and short, 4th and short. Like he's still able to get those tough yards. But yeah, it's just it's hard to prepare. And then I mean, you add in as well, probably Jonathan Edwards probably wasn't the most prepared defender to start Sunday, given he only got the call 90 minutes, if that, before the game started. So yeah, there was definitely some things that led to the defense looking like how it did on Sunday. Little bit concerned that we don't see. I mean, it's only Wednesday, so there's still time, but we don't seem to be trying to rectify the personnel issues at the moment.
Yeah, I think. Sorry, Andy. Go ahead.
No, go.
I think it depends on if I just read Moore should be practicing today. Also, I didn't read an update of Mike Hilton, so I think if Moore and Hilton are back, we should be fine. But if only Moore, probably if only Kenny is back, we should be better. But yeah, we got a cornerback problem with these injuries, because they said like Jalen Jones isn't like practicing anytime soon. So yeah, definitely something for me worth watching at the trade deadline, maybe cornerback help, also linebacker help. But yeah, now with the arrival of Jermaine Pratt, should be better than we were. So yeah, I think like the problem in this game with all this stuff happening before the game, like the freak injury of AR, then Ward running into Ogletree in a kind of weird way and having a concussion. So like Steichen said after the game, he had to regroup the team before the game. So they were like, I don't know. I think the preparation was kind of off, kind of weird. Like it's these kind of weird days we all know at work. Like when you go there and something weird is happening, the whole day feels weird. I think like maybe this game was like a weird day at work.
Yeah. I think obviously we came out, we scored the touchdown in the first drive, and then we just seemed to kind of flatten out for a few drives after that. Just like you said, just strange preparation all week. The will Murray play, will he won't he play sort of thing. But at the end of the day, I guess they overcame it. I think the one thing I'd say at the cornerback, Mike Hilton's on IR, so he's out.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Jonathan Edwards could be a good player. Like obviously he's undrafted, so it's not like we should be expecting him to be cornerback 2 after a few games. But I felt like Sunday he was there. He was almost there. Like I think the Marvin Harrison catch where he ended up giving himself a concussion. He had his arm in the perfect place. It's just the ball hits slightly above his arm. You're talking about millimeters from that being a great pass breakup. Just seemed like it was one of those days for him where he was kind of just about there, but didn't quite make the play. So I think there's some potential there. But yeah, I mean, going into her, and we'll talk about the Chargers later, but going into Herbert with this same cornerback room, plus Kenny, by the sound of it, hopefully, does concern me that, well, we're just going to have to, the pass rush is just going to have to be a hell of a lot better.
What we concerned, Ulrich, you said linebacker should be better with the addition of Pratt. This was horrible, what I saw from him. So I hope so. It was just first game issues. He was not in the team and stuff like that. And I hope he gets better. No, a few years ago he was a really good linebacker. So we hope he can catch up. But yeah, first I was wondering who was wearing that 53 out there. I was like, huh? What? Who's this?
It certainly wasn't Darius Leonard or Shaquille Leonard, was
it? We all wished it was Leonard.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have missed so many tackles.
Well, I mean, he could probably still cover better than the two that we had out there on Sunday, to be honest, even though he's not played for the years. I think for me, the issue with Pratt is, and yet obviously it's week one, like we can't really read too much into it. But him and Zaire are basically the same linebacker. They're both bangers. They're both just downhill linebackers. So it doesn't really solve the issue that, and we saw it on Sunday. It doesn't solve the issue that when you have a good tight end, neither of them can cover him. And I think, Steichen has said that Carly's isn't coming off IR this week, so it's going to be the same linebacker core playing Sunday.
Talking about the good linebacker, let's just jump a little bit to the end of the game. A good tight end, sorry. What you guys saying? Holding or not?
The way I look at it, I think he was still within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, was he? I'm not sure. It's one of those ones where it could be called, it couldn't be called, but I think it didn't get called because the ball was like completely uncatchable.
Yeah, it's not a PI because it's an uncatchable ball.
Yeah.
So
for holding, I didn't see holding. I think you could have called, if that was catchable, if that came off his fingertips or something, I could see them calling PI on it. But then, you see what they've called on Tyler Warren, not this weekend, but the last couple of weekends.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
You think, wow. So the threshold is just completely different, like officiating, like each crew, each week is just a different threshold for it.
But it feels like in the last few years, this would have been a call. And also that face mask on JT, when the defender just touched the face mask a bit. For me, it wasn't a face mask. I take it. It's fine. It wasn't your first time.
Let's put it this way: we're not getting the calls that the Chiefs got on the weekend. Yeah. It's not that egregious. It's not that bad yet. But
on the face mask side, just a touch of the face mask. You remember maybe, I don't know when you guys started watching football, but there was a difference in face mask. Like touching it was 5 yards and grabbing it and pulling someone down was 15. And then, I don't know, was it 10 years ago, 15 years ago, they changed it just to a 15-yard penalty. So that's why they call it, because just a touch is a 15-yard penalty. Because what's the reason they got so many neck injuries because of this? So I understand, it's kind of a hard call if it's not your team. I mean, as you said, we took it. The 15 yards. Everybody saw it wasn't. He wasn't hindered by this face mask, but it is what the rules are. The rules. So they called the play like the rule is. So the holding at the end, it depends on the crew. One crew calls it, the other one doesn't. So it's like PI or holding is always like. I think it depends. Just on the refereeing crew, like how they call the plays, the whole game. So I think the whole game was kind of let him play. So this also was like a let him play game. So
there weren't a crazy amount of penalties either way, really, was there? It was a fairly well refereed game, I thought. I'm just looking now. Yeah, not many penalty yards to go. But I mean, we will take it. I mean, it's nice to be a winning team. Maybe this is just the kind of breaks that you get when you're winning games. You get referee calls.
I mean, I can see all of us when we would be on the opposite side.
Oh yeah, if that was Tyler Warren,
be mad about it.
That was Tyler Warren touch like that. That's the ref. It's all rigged. It's all a rigged game. Script writers at their best again.
Or the face mask call against us. So
yeah,
I can see the WhatsApp group. Never is this a face mask. Not in his lifetime.
What did you guys make of the pass rush on Sunday?
Non-existent. Non-existent. For me, it wasn't existent. So I read 40% pressures. Where are the 40% pressures? I have
exactly.
No idea. Jacoby Brissett had a minute and a half to decide every drop back where he want to throw the ball. It felt like he was standing there okay, not this guy, not this guy. Oh, there's a guy. Oh, no. Oh, I take this guy. Oh, I had enough time. So I take the fifth option. So that's what it felt like. It felt like Gus Bradley all over again. Like the cornerbacks were 5 to 10 yards away from the receivers. The pass rush was not existent. Linebacker play was also non-existent. So, yeah. Defense, a lot of lessons to learn from this game.
It felt like that final drive until they got down at the red zone. It felt we might as well have not rushed anyone. We might as well have just dropped 11 in coverage and see if we could cover them, because they just disappeared. I mean, and then at the end, obviously, to be fair, I think Buck, Quitty Pay, they start to get a little bit of pressure in that red zone bit. I mean, Quitty Pay that's probably his best game of the season. His first real pass rush I've seen from him at all. And I mean, the crazy thing is he's now got more sacks than Latu has on the whole season, which is just I don't know whether to start getting concerned yet. I mean, he's year 2, so given the benefit of the doubt, PFF still seem to absolutely love Latu. They gave him 8 pressures or 7 pressures on Sunday, which I didn't really see, but I don't know whether to start. Warning lights are going off in my head about Latu right now. Just not finishing anything.
Yeah, I mean, PFF numbers are nice to have, but when we talked about our O-line at the beginning of the season, the first games, I was like, look to Christoph. I said, "Oh, look at the O-line. They are great." And he's like, "Oh, but the PFF grade." Yeah, it's basically the same as Latu now. On the opposite side, the PFF grades were really good, but we didn't see much about this. But maybe we just don't know football enough.
I don't know. I mean, now I can say it because Christoph isn't here, and I know Christoph is a big Latu guy. But I will say it to you guys. I don't know. Latu is, for me, he's not living up to hype. Mm-hmm. I have these words like, we got the best freaking draft rush in the draft from Chris Ballard in my head. Like, where is it? He's not finishing his plays. I mean, he's a pass rusher. He's paid to sack the quarterback, pressure him. Like, pressures, how are they measured? They're subjective things. Like, everybody watches it, and is this a pressure? Is it not a pressure? It depends on the guy who's watching the game and keeping this course. So, yeah, I don't know about these pressure things. I don't know about these PFF grades. What I'm seeing from Latu isn't enough for me. I mean, he got 2 interceptions and 1 sack. That should be saying it all. In 6 games, it's not enough for a first round draft pick pass rusher, and it just comes to the next, like, I'm not calling him now failed, but it seems like it's in the same region like Kamoko Toure, Terrell Basham, all these kind of pass rushers like Chris Ballard picks them and they are not panning out. So it's in the line of all the pass rushers we picked the last years. Also, Kwity Paye doesn't do enough, in my opinion. He's not that prototypical pass rusher giving you 15 sacks a year. So that's what we are missing. I'm missing the days of Freeney and Robert Mathis. Like, yeah, they were pass rushers for me, but Latu, no, not at the moment.
But actually, Kwity Paye, you said, yeah, he was a first round pick too. He didn't turn out into first round talent, yeah. But the contract he actually have is not the 15 sack guy. So
yeah,
I think he's playing his role. He right now he's doing really good, I think.
I think Sunday was definitely his best game. I felt like he was a bit just non-existent at the start of the season, but I thought and I mean, like you said, I think he has a slightly different role. Like he's kind of your holding the edge kind of rusher. Like he's just keeping the quarterback in the pocket, pushing him into Grover, into Buck. And, you know, if you get a couple of sacks, great, but he's mainly going to be good against the run. Whereas, yeah, and I didn't really think we'd seen that from him at the start of the season. I thought he'd been pretty poor at that as well. But Sunday was definitely a good game for him. I mean, did anyone else get a sack other than Kwity Paye? I'm not actually sure.
I think so. Like, I can't remember.
No, two sacks allowed, and they were both Kwity Paye.
Okay.
I think Buck was pretty close in on the second one. That one, right?
Also 95. Like, is it what's his name? Abindori.
Adebayo, I think. I call him Addy.
I always call him 95 because I don't want to spell his name wrong. So he's 95 for me.
Yeah.
But this guy could be something because the last two games he always flashed, and this time the last drive, like 95 had like 2 or 3 pressures, like what I've been seeing pressures. So this guy should be getting more snaps, in my opinion.
Yeah, I've been saying the same. I think he needs to be definitely on third downs. He should be getting a lot more looks. We know what we have in Tyquan Lewis. I'd rather see Addy out there and seeing what he can do. I think definitely just needs some improvement, and maybe that's, you know, obviously we talked about it last week with the Brian Burns trade possible. Like I think that's just kind of looks cornerback room is an issue, but I feel like if the quarterback doesn't have 4 seconds or whatever Jacoby Brissett had on Sunday at throw, that means that, you know, the Jonathan Edwards, the Mickey Blackmans, they can hold down a receiver for 2 seconds. It's once you start looking at 3.5, 4 seconds, that's when it becomes an issue. So if we can just sort this pass rush out, I think this defense can be very, very good this year.
Talking about pass rushers, we are all a bit concerned about. What is going on with JTT? I mean, it's his rookie season. Yeah, fine. But seeing Ashton Doolin go into blitz instead of JTT, what's going on? What do you guys think? I mean, we don't know anything. But that's really weird.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I said to you guys before I said on the chat, I couldn't watch it live, so I watched it yesterday. And I had to I had to pause it and like rewind it. I was like, was that 1-6 that was just coming around the court, coming off the edge towards Brissett? I couldn't believe that we had Ashton Doolin out. I mean, to be like, it's just so bizarre. JTT, I don't know. They don't seem to be saying anything bad about him, the coaches. Nothing seems to be like any sort of urgency or concern from anything that comes out from Shane or Lou when they do their interviews. But yeah, I don't understand why he's not on the field. Like, because now, like before, I was like, okay, well, you could maybe argue you got Ebicam, you got Paye, you got Latu, you got Lewis, you got Addy. You could say, right, well, we think we've got a good enough core that we've got some rotation guys. We've got our main two. We've got our rotation. We can like give JTC a season to just get accustomed to the NFL. But now when you watch what we put on tape on Sunday, I don't think you could say to yourself, well, I'm really happy with what Tyquan Lewis is doing. I'm really happy with what Ebicam's doing. Like, if this guy's got talent, let's see what he's got.
Yeah. Have any one of you heard something about the word concussion? I mean, at the end of the day, he just didn't feel good after he ran into Ulrich.
Yeah.
Did we know if it's a real concussion or?
Yeah,
just...
Shane said today that he's in concussion protocol.
Yeah, he has to go in protocol when he's not playing because he's not feeling well after a crash.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it'd be interesting to see if you can do any sort of practice today. Obviously, Pierce practiced 3 days the week before last and still didn't clear concussion protocol. So he's going to have to practice at least once, if not twice, to have any chance to make it Sunday.
That would be, I mean, after you run into another person like that, you just can feel like a bit shaky for a few hours.
Oh, I mean, it was a bad one.
But still everything is fine. So,
I mean, second one in 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And I mean, so, like, it looked bad. Like, I guess if you run into someone's shoulder, it's probably more the fact that he was not braced for it at all. Obviously, he didn't know that there was going to be just some. I mean, I don't know whether Ogletree's to blame, the coaching staff's to blame, like who sent him out there to run at that depth. But yeah, you're not expecting to get hit by a 6'4", 6'5", 250-pound guy. I mean, it looked bad. It looked bad. It looked like a true concussion. Like he was out for a couple of seconds.
He was?
Yeah, that video, he looked like he was out when he hit the ground. He looked out. So yeah, I'd be surprised if he plays Sunday. I think anyone in concussion protocol, if they clear it in a week, it's a pretty big surprise.
Yeah, they can, but yeah, usually not. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sunday. So I was in some place. I was again concerned with our quarterback. But every time he's thrown, he had like 6 or 7 really shitty passes. But every time the next 2 were fabulous. So
yeah, I think I mean it was good to see him come up clutch. Like we hadn't really seen that. We hadn't really. I mean, he hadn't really been given a chance. Obviously, the Rams game at the end, it's just Hail Mary stuff basically. So it was good to see him come up clutch from behind at the end. There were some. I mean, the interception was bad. I mean, you can say it. I think he obviously just thought he could get it over him, couldn't. And I think, the worst one was the one that they dropped. That was probably a worse throw, to be honest, because it was double covered. Not good. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, those 2, and I think he had one, he sailed one on somebody. Can't remember who. I think it was Tyler Warren. It was Tyler Warren or Alec Pierce that he sailed one on.
One on Tyler Warren and one on Pittman, I can remember for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, again, I thought he had a good game, and a lot of it is down to what Shane is dialing up. I think, like, to start that first drive, that touchdown. I mean, wide receivers were wide open. It's not like he had to like fit it into tight windows on that first drive. I think it was just, you're talking about like 6-7 yards of space. So a lot of the credit's got to go to Shane. But then there were some throws on Sunday. There were the 2 to Alec Pierce that I think he fit into like unbelievably tight windows that were just elite throws. And yeah, I mean, he keeps a level head. That's, I think, probably the biggest difference that you could say with him versus an AR or any rookie quarterback. is there's just kind of a serenity to how he plays. He had the terrible interception, and it's over with. It's not like the whole game is focused on that. So yeah, I think for me, he checked another box. I think it wasn't his best performance, but it was a performance that we needed at the end. And that final touchdown drive, he was clutch.
Yeah, I think it was a solid performance. It wasn't like flashy, his best game. There were some passes thrown behind the receiver, not in the best location. Like, you could see it wasn't his best game. I mean, the interception, I think every Madden quarterback would have thrown it because Mo Cox was wide open on this play. The linebacker made a great play, so he just need to lob it over the linebacker. But yeah, okay, let's give the linebacker some credit. It was a good play. So yeah. But I think Daniel Jones had better days, but it was solid. He fitted some beautiful passes, like in tight windows, and other passes were a little bit behind the receiver. So he's doing a good job. I mean, who would have thought, like, starting week 1, we were talking about, like, I don't know when we will see AR starting quarterback, and now we are here and saying, like, yeah, Daniel Jones is one of the better quarterbacks in the AFC right now at the moment. Let's hope he can keep it up and keeps his head up and shakes off interceptions like he did on Sunday. So yeah, he seems locked in. He seems like feeling good in Indy, like fitting Shane's mold of a quarterback. So everything seems to be fine with Daniel Jones back there in the center for me.
It's not me. I'm always concerned after every single bad pass from him is if he just reminds himself that he is Daniel Jones. You know. So,
I mean,
we tend to forget he had like 1.5 really good seasons in New York too. I don't
really
know.
good.
I mean, he just comes into the line of the remastered quarterbacks like Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold. Like, can you put Geno Smith in this category maybe or maybe not? Like, it seems like sometimes these guys just need a fresh start somewhere else and a coach who trusts them. And everybody was, I mean, I know our fan club groups and everybody was mad about the nomination of the starting quarterback of Daniel Jones. Like, everybody was like, what the hell is Steichen doing? But yeah, let's give Steichen some credit. He did the right thing. He saw what we didn't see. Like, you could see it in the preseason a little bit, like the reads from AR were really static and just like first or maybe a second check read and then the throw. Like, it's when you watched it preseason closely, you could see like Daniel Jones is the favorite, but nobody expected like to do so well.
Yeah, and everything you read about him is just, you know, this is everything to Daniel Jones. Like, football is everything. It doesn't sound like he's got any interest. Doesn't sound like he wants to do anything else other than watch film, talk to people about the plays that are coming up at the weekend, and then go and execute them. I think that seems to fit in with the character that you at least see of Shane Steichen. Like, he also seems like that guy who's just obsessive about his trade. So I think it works. And everything you hear from the teammates of Daniel Jones, even the ex-guys, Saquon Barkley, some of the other Giants guys, just seems like he's a true professional that I think people can get behind. He's your typical leader without that kind of rah-rah style. He just leads by how he approaches the game. So yeah, I mean, full credit's got to be given to everyone involved with getting him to Indy. I mean, the way he's playing for $14 million, that's probably one of the best contracts in the NFL right now. Obviously, we're only 6 games in, so we should take it with a little grain of salt, but everything just seems right at the moment. So it's all good. And I mean, to be fair, playing behind that offensive line, especially Sunday, it must be quite fun to be a quarterback. They were.
I mean, my biggest issue with the decision to let him play, you guys know, is or was or is still, if he can't go all the way, or all that thing doesn't make sense.
Mhm.
It's just for a little bit of fun in the season and a worst draft pick.
What do you
But
think?
when I see the line, when I see Tyler Warren, when I see JT,
Yeah.
maybe we just need a mid quarterback to go all the way.
I can see that little twinkle in your eye, Andreas. There's a little Indiana Jones twinkle there, just starting to come around. So would you, obviously, it's too early to say, but would you, looking at it now, Andreas, say that you think that he has the potential to take the Colts all the way?
I say not especially he as himself. It's like a Brock Purdy thing. Brock Purdy is for me also not a great quarterback, but he led the 49ers into the Super Bowl because of the team was awesome. And we are basically in the same situation, or in a similar situation. We have absolutely awesome offensive weapons, actually. The defense, beside of last week, looks pretty good. Making big plays when we need them. So yeah, and that's what I meant right now when I said maybe a mid quarterback is enough to go all the way. You maybe just need a game manager. You don't need with if you have enough difference makers on your team, your quarterback don't have to be a difference maker. And that's what makes me a bit, maybe.
Just maybe. Maybe we can start to.
I think it's week 6. We shouldn't talk about the Super Bowl.
No.
I think it's too early. I mean, yeah, Daniel Jones does things no Colts quarterback has done since Uncle Phil in 2021. So yeah, he like Andreas said, maybe he's the game manager that's just needed. I mean, we were one play away. We've gotten a Minshew from the playoffs. So, yeah, you could see maybe Steichen just needs a serviceable quarterback, not like a superstar quarterback. Like, I don't know if Jalen Hurts is the superstar quarterback. He's a game manager for me as well, and he has a Super Bowl ring and keeps on winning with Nick Sirianni. So, yeah.
But when you're saying that Daniel Jones doing stuff no quarterback did before.
No, I said no Colts quarterback did since Uncle Phil in 2021, not any quarterback did before. So it's different for me.
I thought you talked about that points and stuff like that. That's not Daniel Jones doing them. It's the offense and the defense, and he's part of it. Fair enough, but he's sometimes he gets too much credit for these insane numbers we are just doing.
I think without the performance of the O-line, he wouldn't be managing this kind of stats he's doing, because I think the O-line and also this guy here, like 2.8, he's off the charts, man. He's having a great season. So it's always, life is a little bit easier for a quarterback when you have an O-line that's blocking and the running back that's like gaining 6, 7, 8 yards per run. And
when you have a tight end like we have right now, who's always your rescue plan, like, oh shit, I can do nothing. Okay, here, Tyler Warren, do something.
Yeah, he's like our Swiss Army knife.
Yeah,
like he's doing it all. He's playing fullback. He's playing in the slot. He's playing tight end. He's blocking. Like, yeah, this guy is the real deal. Like, this is a home run draft pick like we've never had since Quentin Nelson, I guess.
Again, thanks, Chicago.
Thanks, Bears.
Cheers, Ryan. I mean, Tyler Warren, he's just doing it all. I mean, even the fact that, and it wasn't just the Chicago thing, but like there was some talk before the draft that, you know, he wasn't necessarily NFL ready. His blocking was going to be poor. He was sure he'd be fine in the pass game, but run game, he's going to have issues. And I mean, I don't watch a huge amount of college ball, but I watched the tape of him, obviously, when we knew where we were picking and it was clear we needed a tight end. And I just don't see why anyone thought this guy wasn't going to be elite at the NFL level. Like, he's just got everything. He's got that kind of moxie about him that not every player has. You know, Loveland is a perfectly good receiving tight end, but he just doesn't have that kind of aura about him that you just know that when you need a big play, you can rely on 84. Like, that's for certain. He started off well, but I mean, for me, Sunday, it all starts with 56. I mean, Quentin Nelson was just... We know what Quentin Nelson is. Quentin Nelson is an all-pro guard. Probably you can't say just yet, but he's going to be a Hall of Famer, I would imagine. And I mean, Sunday, he was just on a different level. It's just him and Rahman. Rahman was great. Bortolini, that whole left side of the line was just on fire. So, James, if you're Jonathan Taylor, I mean, what a dream. Like, not only are you the best running back in the league and the most gifted running back in the league right now, but you get a run behind those guys. Like, how easy is that? Even I think his touchdown run, the block that Pittman threw as well, it's just the whole team.
Awesome block.
The whole team is set up to block. You know, you got Doolin block everyone. You got Ogletree when he's not knocking out Ward, like he can actually block as well. Like, just the whole system right now, the whole offense is just humming, and it's I didn't think I could not see this at all at the start of the season. I didn't see it. I thought we'd have like good days, bad days, but you know, we're putting up 32 points a game. I think it is 32.5, something like that.
Yeah,
and just that we're unstoppable right now on offense. Like, especially at home. Like, I don't see how a team's going to hold us under 30 the way we're playing right now.
So you said you talked about the left side from the O-line. All three of them you just mentioned were number one on their position in the whole league per PFF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, that Cardinals defense is not a bad defense. That's a pretty good defense got down in Arizona. And that left side just absolutely bullied them. Like, it was a delight to see.
Yeah, and when you guys showed your jerseys right now, I was thinking about when I prepared for the show yesterday. I was like, damn it. I had this one. Today is the first episode. I have to wear a jersey I already wore.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that was me. I think that was the last episode. Was the first time I had to go back, but it's because it was the Maniac was retiring, so I had to honor 53. Yeah, I had my new Berlin jersey arrived today, so I'm looking forward to cracking that out in Berlin. Number 88, an old school one. So I'm excited.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Was he in the house on Sunday?
I don't actually know. No, I'm not sure.
Seeing his son playing in Indy?
You would assume so. I mean, I don't know where Marvin lives, but you would assume he was there to see Junior play.
I haven't heard anything about it. Yeah, but would make sense.
Mm. He strikes me as the kind of guy who wouldn't want the storyline and all the cameras to be on him. So if he was there, he probably was watching it in a box somewhere, so no one could
maybe
his face on TV.
Yeah, he's not one of the guys who's having to put his face into every camera.
Yeah.
Exactly. He was a professional. He always handed the ball to the ref after a touchdown. Like,
yeah,
I would love our players to do this right now.
We just need to get Marvin to come in for the Saturday before a game and just say, this is what happens when you score a touchdown. You go and give the ball to the referee, and then you can do whatever you want after it. Just go and give the ball to the referee.
That's what he did all the time.
Pretty often.
Yeah, quite often too. So yeah.
So, yeah, well, one tough game is in the books. The next tough one is in front of us. In LA again, against the Chargers. Probably, actually, if you watch power rankings, maybe the second best team in the AFC, right behind us. So, well, what do you think about the Chargers?
I think it will be a tough game, really tough game, because Justin Herbert is like the most underrated star quarterback, in my opinion. So, yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked into their depth charts, so I don't know if they are still missing like their starting tackles, like a left and right tackle in the offense. Also, like they have like their running back room is like the third and fourth running back are now the starters. So yeah, I mean, if the defense plays like last Sunday, it will be tough because Justin Herbert is way better than Jacoby Brissett, in my opinion. So he will pick you apart if you give him time like that. So yeah, also like Keenan Allen, maybe Quentin Johnson is back. Also, Lad McConkey is getting on fire again. So they got good receivers. So our injuries at cornerback can be a problem. Yeah, feels like it could be the same game like we saw last Sunday going down to the wire. Like maybe a little bit of luck decides the winner. So that's what I'm feeling on when I'm thinking about the game on Sunday.
Yeah, this will be how we tell what the Colts really are game, isn't it? I think we had that with Denver, but then winning that one didn't count. So then we had that with, the Titans was a trap game, but smashing that didn't count. And then, the Rams game happened. We keep being built up into this, when is the real Colts going to show up according to the rest of the league? For me, like I watched the Chargers Dolphins game Sunday. I watched it back today, and it wasn't It wasn't as scary as what I was expecting. Obviously, it's hard to tell. That Dolphins team. Wow, that is a bad football team. They are rivaling the Titans in terms of just how bad they're playing. But yeah, offensive line for the Chargers is an issue. I think, like you said, Ulrich, I think they might get Joe Alt back this week. I think I saw him down as only questionable. So that'll make a huge difference for them. But if their right tackle that played Sunday plays against us, I would like to think that our defensive end should feast there. I think he had 3 full starts. He was just getting absolutely burned every play. Justin Herbert was having to work miracles to just avoid the pass rush. So I have some hope that the pass rush might show up on Sunday. Because if it doesn't, as you mentioned, Ulrich, that wide receiver core, even the tight end looked good Sunday. I think he had 7 catches off of 8 targets, I think. Yeah, their offense is going to be an issue, but defensively, obviously they got Derwin James, but I don't know whether he's the same player that he always was. He looked a step off of it on Sunday, at the least. So I think I would say if we don't have any changes to the cornerback room, I think a high-scoring game is the only way we win this one Sunday. I don't see how we'll keep them to anything less than 27. It's a much better offense than the Cardinals, so that would be an issue. And yeah, just think if we could disrupt Herbert and stop the run game, like you said, they're down to Vidal, I think it is, so their third running back. And he had a pretty good game. Like he broke off quite a few runs, had over 100 yards, but it's hard to tell with that Dolphins defense because it was bad. But I have confidence in Sunday. I actually think that we might shock a few people because I think most people will probably give this as a Chargers win, just being on the road. I think they'll give it to them. But I've got a good feeling that we can win this one Sunday.
It's a late game, isn't it? It's 10 for you, 9 p.m.
Yeah, 10 for you. Yeah, 9 for the UK. Yeah.
Oh, I think it's 9 for us too.
No, it's the next week.
It's next
Next
week.
week is 9:25 for us and 8:25 for Sam.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, what scares me really a lot is, like you guys said, Justin Herbert, Let McConkey. It's a kind of Matt Stafford, Puka Nakua.
Yeah.
So and that didn't work out well too. But we still could have won that game. So let's have Herbert and McConkey a good day. If we can shut down most of the others. So
yeah, I mean the other thing I didn't say is that the Dolphins were able to run the ball on the Chargers pretty easily. So I mean JT could have himself a day on Sunday if that same Chargers run D turns up. I think just looking at it now, I mean Devin Achane, yeah, he had 16 carries for 128 yards, 2 touchdowns, averaged 8 yards a rush. Like that, they're there for the taking in the run game for sure. I also think they might have lost their defensive tackle. I don't know if that was before Sunday's game, but I think I saw their starting DTs on IR.
So
yeah. I think the Chargers are like the least watched game from any least watched team from anybody because they're just under the radar somehow. So I will be honest, I don't know much about the Chargers. I haven't seen them this year, so but I also feel like Sam, it could be for me. I have a good feeling on Sunday right now, and so yeah, I think it will be a close game, but all in all, I think it should be a win for us.
Yeah, I think at the moment we don't have to measure that last Sunday too high, because I think it was really kind of a trap game. Everyone was expecting us to win high. Those stuff, what happened right before the game with Ward and AR and all that stuff. I think at the moment we don't have to be scared for anyone or about anyone. I think actually if we play like we played in the last games, we can beat everyone right now.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think that, like I said, offensively, I don't see any issues really there for Sunday. I feel like we'll still be able to throw the ball. I imagine Shane will come out the same way that he has done and try and throw it often and early, and then second half JT just takes over. It's just going to be what we can do on defense. Just got, better tackling for starters. I think the tackling issues reared their head Sunday. We hadn't really seen that much this season, but there was some pretty bad stuff on the tackling front from us. So tackle better, I think, and just rush the passer, just get to Herbert, because if we give him the same time we gave Brissett, McConkey's on 150, like he's getting 150. Just we wouldn't be able to cover him for that long. But yeah, I've got a good feeling. We're also going to see Nyheim Hines back, aren't we? He's their kick returner in LA.
I didn't know that. I like him.
Yeah. He's kind of the reason they won. I mean, they were down with 54 seconds to go when they got it back. I think he brought them back out to like the 45, 50 yard line with a return. So he's still got it.
He was a good one, or he is obviously still a good one.
He's still a good returner, and he was a good returner. He wasn't a good running back, to be honest, but return game he was.
Yeah, he was fine, like in your screen game or as you like scat back if you want to do some funky stuff. Yeah, actually as a downhill runner, and I don't think they played him at all as a running back. I think he was purely returner on Sunday. So I'd imagine it'd be the same.
Yeah. I think at the same time we had Marlon Mack. He should have been a good running back. He had a good start, I think. It was like it happens so often, injuries.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
So, Ulrich, how we go on Sunday? Give us numbers.
A scoreline or just if it's a
give
win
us
or
numbers.
not? I should give you numbers. Okay, I'll give you numbers. I'll give you 30-27. Money Badger kicks a game-winning field goal.
I like it. I am going to go 38-34 Colts.
38-34. It sounds like Scorigami.
I think Indiana Jones is going to get the ball back with a minute 30 to go, and I think he's gonna take us down for a go-ahead touchdown.
I go for 34. Yeah, 34-28.
Colts.
Okay. I just said literally 2 minutes ago we can beat everyone.
Yeah, we didn't beat everyone, so you're still right.
But we can. We could have beat them too. So, guys, Ulrich, thanks again for joining in.
Of course. Thanks for having me, guys.
Everybody else, thanks for watching. Cheers. See you next week. Hopefully with another win.
Go Colts.
Colts.
Go Colts.